The Make Time for PE campaign is SATPE's first national campaign, and we've focused on primary PE because we see primary PE as an integral part of a young person's physical literacy journey. For many young people, that's the first introduction to physical activity, sport, and we're trying to embed the fundamental movement skills, the enjoyment, the motivation, to encourage them to take part not just in PE lessons, but outside the school at clubs, with their families, and then into later life when they go into university or work. SATPE is a volunteer organisation. It's run for teachers by teachers. We do this in our spare time, but we do this because we see the value of PE not just in our classes, in our schools, and we see it's really important to make a positive impact.
It's education for life, and it's educating children about the way they feel, and also teaching them how to communicate about that, and teaching through movement, a movement which goes from less to more structured and different activities.
SATPE launched a survey to ask teachers how confident they felt in delivering PE, and what came from that was 44% of teachers felt they needed more support or they didn't feel as confident in their delivery of PE. But what was interesting was that regardless of the confidence levels of teachers, teachers that were confident, teachers that were not as confident, still see CPD and professional learning as really important to the development of high quality physical education.
PE is so important for not just physical health but mental health. I think the social connections that you make through sport all start within PE, so it's so important to get involved within PE in school.
In making time for PE, Scotland has a proud legacy to build on. We've seen specialist physical education teachers working alongside primary teachers. The Scottish Primary Physical Education Project saw investment in nationwide professional learning for primary teachers to enhance their confidence and expertise. And local authority PE lead officers played a crucial role in supporting schools in the provision of high quality physical education. In this respect, Scotland was seen as a global leader. Other countries looked to us as an example of what good investment in primary PE could achieve. However, due to pressures on funding and competing priorities, much of this infrastructure has diminished. What we know is that when we have investment in professional learning, in resources, in specialist teachers, taking these combined, that leads to enhanced provision of physical education within primary schools. Therefore, what I would suggest is that we need to look back to this foundation and rebuild this foundation and make that investment so that we make time for physical education and we ensure that children have the best possible start in their physical activity journeys, starting within primary physical education.
In early learning, it's understanding that sport is an important part of life, continuing being an important part of your life throughout your whole life. And I think if we can install that at a young age, where you can learn the value of teamwork, you can learn the value of failure, success, compassion from those early ages, we're going to build a generation that are resilient enough to deal with the modern world.